Before y'all even try to come for me in the comments, I'm only going to say this.
I ain't fighting with no random, period.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jaime Banks, and my job here is to help you slay. So for today's video, it's actually going to be another review on this lovely Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. So I do know that this palette did come out, I want to say it was around March. I think she launched it as a spring palette. I've seen a lot of looks on it. I did look at some of the reviews beforehand, so I just couldn't wait. I've seen some people who really, really loved it, and some people who just would rather throw it in the garbage. And I'm just gonna give you guys my unbiased opinion. I do like Anastasia's palettes a lot, so I just thought, you know what? Spring is here. Let me go ahead and serve y'all some looks. And to help me complete the look with this Riviera palette, I'm actually going to be featuring the Morphe X James Charles brush set. I did buy this. Before y'all even try to come for me in the comments, I know a lot of y'all are just not here for James Charles. I'm only gonna say this. I only bought the brush set just because I needed new brushes. And my brushes were fine and everything, but you know, you could never, I don't care who you are, you could never have too many brushes at all. Like, brushes are everything. The house down boots. So regardless of the situation, whether he's canceled or not canceled, we're not going to talk about it on this channel, okay? Now, I do subscribe to a couple drama channels I personally like. One of them is T-Spill, which I will link down in the description below. The other one, and the other channel I like for drama, is Sebastian Williams. I just love his channel. So yeah, I'm going to be reviewing the Riviera palette, and I'm also going to be reviewing some of the Morphe brushes with the James Charles collaboration. First order of business. Actually, the only order of business. What I need you to do is click on that subscribe button. It's right there somewhere down here. I'm not sure where. Click on that subscribe button. Click on that bell notifications so that anytime I upload a video, look, yes, you will be the first one to know. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this Anastasia Riviera review. Okay, so I'm just gonna be very honest with you. I'm going to do a full beat, but I know we're mainly gonna be focusing on this palette. So let me just go ahead and fast forward on this tutorial beat mug situation, and we'll get straight into the palette. It's getting hot out there, so take off all your clothes. Just kidding. So under my makeup, what I started doing was I started using SPF. So I'm using my Banana Boat Sport Performance with Power Stay Technology SPF 50 Protection Sunscreen. Just to get to it, it's sunscreen. So I like to use this obviously for sunscreen, just because, you know, it's Vegas. I live in Vegas, for those who don't know. It is now, I'm recording this in May, and it's already getting hot, but by the time I upload this video, it'll be June. So all I'm saying is I like doing this trick because if there's times I'm outside and the heat is like beaming, then I'm not gonna have to worry about my skin being, you know, dehydrated, sunburned, darker, that situation. So I know there's a lot of foundations or even primers that do have SPF in it. So next step, I'm going to be using my Smashbox Original Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I'm going to be using my, and y'all know what I do. I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Eyeshadow Primer, and I'm going to be using that to prime my lids. Cool. So to prime my skin even more, to give me that extra blurring effect, I'm going to be using the FARSÁLI Skintune Blur. So to color correct, I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer, LA Girl Pro Concealer in red. So for foundation, I'm actually going to be using my Maybelline FitMe in number 338, that spicy brown. And I'm actually going to be using it together with the Tarte Facetape in 53H Deep Honey. We're going to switch it up today. Instead of using my Real Technique sponge like I always do, I wanted to try something different. I'm actually going to be using the Morphe M6 foundation brush to go ahead and help me, you know, blend out this whole situation here. Now, I did find out that this Tarte foundation is matte. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a couple pumps on my brush here, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend it out and see how it performs. Okay. I actually like it. This is actually blending out like a dream. So yeah, as far as the M6 goes, I actually really do like the way it blended out. It does look very even, very coated. And this is my first impression of the brush. So I do like it. It's giving me that full coverage that I need in my life. For concealer, I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light neutral and in fair neutral. So this does come with a Morphe sponge. So I'm actually going to be using that. So this is, oh, okay, work. So this, oh, it's cute. It smells like straight leather. Now, it is the Morphe X James Charles Unleash Your Inner Artist Brush Set Kit situation. All right, so you get all these lovely brushes, and then, oh, here we go. So I'm gonna be using the Morphe Highlight and Contour Beauty Sponge. I'm starting off with the light neutral. Yes, honey. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just blend out my concealer and give y'all the tea, the gag, the jush on this sponge. From the looks of it, it's blending out like a dream. I have no issues with this sponge. I actually really like it. Just like the Real Techniques, I have no complaints. Period. Okay, so for contour, I'm using my Flush Foundation Stick in the shade Mocha. And y'all know how I do this. I ended up just contouring my hairline just a little bit up here. And then I put some product on my nose. And I'm just starting off where my brows start, and I'm just gonna bring that down. You're just gonna go ahead and use my little Oompa Loompa dumpling shaped sponge to blend out my contour. Okay, so the base is pretty much almost done. So to do my brows, I'm going to be using the Morphe M158 brush here. I'm going to be using the spoolie side to brush out my brows, and then I'm going to fill them in using my NYX Glide On, Slide On, definitely a turn on eyeliner pencil. And I'm actually going to be using the Anastasia Dip Brow. So y'all thought I was done with Anastasia brow products. No, I'm going to feature it on this channel today. And so now I'm going to be using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Granite. And just, oh my God, it's pretty heavy. Realistically, I like the Anastasia symbol here. Definitely glass. Let's just see how it looks on the inside. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, that's black. That's blacker than black. And we'll just go ahead and fill them in. So the pomade is actually really nice. It glides on like a dream with this brush. I'm gonna go ahead and just clean them up off camera, and I'll be right back.
Many unbearable hours later.
Okay, so we're back again. I went ahead and took the liberty to shape my eyebrows, highlight, sculpt them, shape them in a sense. Also, for the record, for those who do not like my brows, that's fine. Your opinion does not pay my bills. Period.
Period.
First of all, pay your rent, okay? Worry about that light bill that's past due. You also need to worry about paying your taxes. Cool beans. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set everything using my Coty Airspun Loose Setting Powder. So now for the bronzer, I'm going to be using my Morphe M405, the contour brush. And then I'm going to dip into my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder. Yeah, this is actually a face powder. The struggle's real on this channel, so we work with what we can on this channel.
Yeah, hold on. All right, 1, 2, 3.
All right, so for baking purposes, I'm using my worn out Ben Nye Neutral Set in white. Cool, so while I'm baking, go pour yourself some coffee. Go carpool the kids. Go walk children in nature. Pay your bills. Mind your business.
Stay out of gay folks' business.
So now we're about to lead into the shadows, but first I'm going to be using my Morphe M527 buffer brush, and I'm just going to tap away some of this bake. And what I do like about this brush is it's very soft. Like, can you feel that? Can you feel that? Probably not. But anyway, so soft. Now y'all know I'm a very big fan of Scotch tape. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put that on the corners of my eyes. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and jump into this Riviera palette. So just taking a look at this palette, the packaging is really, really nice. I like the fact that it has like a nautical theme to it. So it's really, really nice. It kind of just reminds me of like somewhere just on my yacht, drinking champagne, talking minding my own business. So as soon as I open up the, So you get these 14 gorgeous shades to use. It does have, from what it looks like, so from the looks of it, it has 8 matte shades and then 6 shimmer shades. Of course, you get the lovely mirror, of course, and then you get a lovely dual end brush here, so to help complete the look. So yeah, let's go ahead and just dive in. So to help me complete the look, I'm also going to be using my Morphe iBabes Favorites eye brush set. All right, so using my Morphe M441, I'm actually going to start off with Monte Carlo, and I'm going to use that as a transition shade. Now, as I am tapping into the palette, again, there is kickback, nothing to cry over, blow it away and call it a day. And I'm just putting that into the crease area. Okay, so I'm gonna dip into Bahamas. And you know what's funny? Bahamas actually doesn't have any kickback and it's super pigmented. And I'm using a Morphe E18 rounded crease brush. And I'm just going to stamp that all over the crease. And now I'm just softly blending it out towards that Monte Carlo shade. Okay, so dipping into Can. Can does have some kickback. She is very, she's very kickback-ish. I'm using my E17 brush here so I could just get into the inner corner and the outer V. Like right now, it does look messy, but it's okay. We're gonna clean it up here in a minute. And now I'm going back with that M441 brush and I'm just going to blend everything out here to make it look more seamless. All right, so I did get my concealer brush and using my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade, using that Fair Neutral, that's that chick. Okay, so we did get a little something going on. Now with my E18, I'm just gonna go back into the Bahamas again, and I'm just gonna stamp that around the halo. So I do wanna go in with seashells, because it does look very nice. And I'm gonna be using my Morphe M152 smudge brush. It's so little. This thing is like so miniature, but it's adorable. So I'm literally going to put that in the, oh, okay, she want to come through. Yes, and you know what's funny? This literally has no product in it. Like, no product whatsoever. Cool. I'm starting to realize that, what is it? Can is starting to get a little patchy. So I think I'm gonna go in a little bit more with it and I'm just gonna try to like carefully stamp it in place. But going back with my E18, I'm just gonna try to brighten up the sides of the halo with Bahamas. Going back with my M441 brush, I'm gonna go and dip into Bahamas again, and I'm gonna dip into Sales, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this all the way out. Cool, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just remove the tape. So I got that snatchery there. I'm just gonna use the M527 just to dust away any fallout. And then going back with my Morphe sponge just to clean up the edges. Okay, so for my waterline, I'm using my NYX Cosmetics pencil in black, and I'm gonna do that real quick off camera. And for liner, I'm using my Revlon Skinny Liner in black. And then for mascara, I'm using my Maybelline Great Lash Big Mascara in very black. Oh yes. Okay, sorry. So for lashes, I'm using my Eyelure Definition in number 126. And so I'm just going to place that on the top of my natural lashes. No lie, this lash is pretty thick and juicy, if I say so myself. Okay, so one eye is snatched. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and look, I'll be right back.
5, 3, 5.
All right, I need to change my hair, so I'll be right back. All right, that's a lot better.
Take 2 on the operation, take 2. Okay, so we're back in session. I feel snatched, look snatched, but I think I need a pop of color on the cheeks. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back into the Riviera palette, and I think I'm gonna mess with Bahamas, and I'm gonna apply that on my cheeks. Look, there are some colors and palettes that are just as pigmented as blushes. Bahama does serve as a good blush, especially on people of color. So I stand by it. Judge me if you want to, call me ratchet if you want to, but I stand by it. Okay, so for highlighter, I think I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty Mint Mojito. I'm gonna be using my Morphe, this has no number, don't judge me, I'm sorry, but I actually do use this type of brush as a highlighter brush. So, the struggle's real.
Today I'm just going to be talking about my first broke struggle of the year, and that's how I can't pay my rent this month yet. I mean, honestly, I knew my rent was going to be late about a week ago. About a week ago.
With us in there, we tweaking, run up on that.
I'm actually not gonna put Fix Plus on it because I wanna see what it looks like as is. Oh. Okay. Right, okay. I kind of forgot how pigmented these kilowatt highlighters are. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my nose, the chin area. Now, you know I like to do it above the brow bone. Bam! I don't know why y'all gagging. I serve it to you every time.
Give her what she wants, she bring it to you every ball. Why y'all gagging though?
And I'm gonna hit the Cupid's bow. Okay, so for the lips, I'm trying to figure out if I should go with Kylie Cosmetics in the shade Junebug or if I should go with Spice. I think I'm gonna go with Junebug because it's a very vibrant pigmented violet. So I think I'm gonna use that on the lips. And then I'm just gonna put a smidge, just a smidge of the Fenty Beauty Mint Mojito That's it. It's done. It's a wrap. Drop the cosmetics. Drop the cosmetics.
Oh my god. 40 seconds. No. Oh my god.
5 seconds.
Ah!
3, 2.
Stop.
So, how ironic of me that I always forget something at the last stage of the makeup process. So, I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced my Too Faced 3-in-1 Hangover. Damn it. My Too Faced 3-in-1 setting spray. Bam. Thought I couldn't get it, did you? Shake it, but don't break it, because you know them boys won't take it. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop into this review and give y'all my final thoughts. So, this Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera Palette. I think it is an amazing palette. Let me get into the specifics though. So again, I love this like nautical theme of the actual palette. I think it's absolutely stunning. I love the fact that it comes with 14 gorgeous shades, of course. Like, it's just standard for her to come out with 14 shades. I actually really liked it. I'm gagged, I'm gooped, I'm shooketh. And I think overall, the color scheme is definitely there and it has a lot of potential. But in my personal opinion, Can was the one I had a little bit of issues with, just because the moment I was trying to stamp it on, it did not want to stick and it was a little bit patchy. I will say this, purples in general, purples have a really hard time with the consistency because it could be patchy, it could be spotty, and that's what I had with the Can shade. But overall, I'm loving the look, I'm loving what I did, and the cost of the Riviera palette is $45. At this point in the game, I kind of just feel like no matter what palette you purchase, the range between the prices are going to be between $42. No, let me rephrase. Probably between $40 and $45 is what you'll pay for a standard eyeshadow palette. This is definitely your spring/summer palette. I know that Anastasia is going to come out with some more palettes very soon, which I'm excited to try out. But this palette did not let me down. She was coming for our necks, coming for our wallets, coming. Oh, and oh. So this palette should also be already in Ulta, Sephora, and on AnastasiaBeverlyHills.com. So I think you should go out and get it. I think it's a stunning look. And I think these shades, I mean, let's be real, I don't think they'll disappoint. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in Granite. I'll say this, I actually liked it as a brow product. Now, I also wanted to give y'all a review on the James Charles x Morphe collaboration with the brushes. It was my very first time using the brushes. I think it worked out very well. Whether or not y'all think James Charles is canceled.
Never got an opponent.
I am not a liar.
She twisted this to something far worse than what it is.
All I know is honesty.
That's really none of my business. But again, I think that the brushes worked out very well. They blended super, super nice. I'm kind of really only here for Morphe. I'm not really here for James Charles. I don't have nothing against him. I really don't know him. But as far as the brush set, including the tubby, I could see why it cost a very expensive price of $150. Apparently this is worth $254. Again, I think that the brushes are amazing. I'm going to keep using them because obviously I bought them, duh. I love you guys so much. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching. Check this out. I know you got 30 more minutes before your break is over. I'll just conveniently move myself over here and I'll have you look at my most recent video. Go ahead and click on it. I know you ain't ready to go back to work anyway. I'ma mind my business, drink my water, and let you click on this video. What other plans you got?